Welcome back with a new lesson 6.6 Applications involving equations. This lesson objective is to solve application problems using equations. In this lesson, we are going to give you some problems to solve. These problems are given in words. To solve these problems, you need to write them again in a form of an equation, and then you solve this equation to find the solution of your problem. To do that, you need first to read the problem carefully, at least twice. Then, if possible, draw a diagram. This will help you to visualize the mathematical relationship needed to write the equation. Then you'll choose a letter to represent the unknown quantity in the problem and write what it represents, such as x, y, z. So write an equation that expresses the information given in the problem and that involves the unknown. But try always to write your equation in one unknown so you can then solve it. The step after that is to solve this equation which you wrote in the last step. And finally, check your solution both in the equation and in the original problem itself. Let us take examples on this. Example 1. Saw a board 8 feet and 4 inches long into 9 equal pieces. If the loss per cut is 1/8 inch, how long will each piece be? Read the problem again. Let us try to represent this problem in a diagram. So it says that we have a board, and this board was cut into 9 equal pieces. So if we cut it to 9 equal pieces, it's clear that we need only 8 cuts to make these 9 equal pieces. Notice also in the problem that the length of this board is given to you 8 feet and 4 inches. So let us make the length in inches only. If we multiply 8 times 12, this will change it to inches, and then add the 4 inches we have already. This will give us 96 plus 4, which is 100 inch. This is the length of the board, 100 inch. The problem says that each cut we lose 1/8 inch. So what is the length of each piece? So we must think in a plan what is the operations we are going to do to solve this problem. The unknown here is what is the length of each piece. Let us say that the length of each piece is x. So how many x do we have here? We have 9 x's. So we can write an equation saying that we have 9x. All of them, they must be equal to 100 inches. But we should remember that also we have 8 cuts, and each cut we lost 1/8 inch. We are subtracting from the whole length 8 cuts. Each cut we lost 1/8. If you can see now, we have got an equation. So let us solve this equation. This equation is going to be 9x minus 1 equals 100. Taking 1 to the other side, so 9x equals 101. So if we divide both sides by 9, we will have x equals 101 over 9. And this will give us 11 and 2 over 9 inches. This is the length of each piece. So now you can check your answer by substituting 11 2 over 9 in x. If we multiply 9 times 11 2 over 9 and subtract 1 from them, you should have an answer of 100. And this will show you that you have the correct answer. Example 2. Distribute $1,000 into 3 parts so that one part will be 3 times as large as the second, and the third part will be as large as the sum of the other two. If you want to distribute this amount of money, so you must know each part quantity. To do that, let us represent this in a diagram. If we say that this is the amount of money, so all of this is $1,000, but we want to divide them to 3 parts. One part of them will be 3 times as large as the second. So if this is the second part, this will be the first part. So the third part should be as large as the first one and the second one. With regard to the second one, we can name it x. So the first part is going to be 3x, 3 times as large as the second one. And the third part is as large as the sum of the other two. So 3x plus x will represent the third part. Now we can write an equation saying that the first part, which is 3x, plus the second part, which is x, plus the third part, which is 3x plus x. All of this is equal to 1,000. As you can see in this equation, we have 4 like terms. We can add them, which is going to be 8x equals to 1,000. To solve this equation, divide both sides by 8. This will give you x is equal to 125. So you can say that second part is going to be $125. The first part is going to be 3 times 125, which is $375. And the third part is going to be 4 times 125, which is going to be $500. To check your answer, you can multiply 125 times 3 plus 125 plus 4 times 125, you will have a $1,000. A final example: a rectangle is twice as long as it is wide. Its perimeter is 60 centimeters. Find its length and width. Read the question carefully. Again, he's talking about a rectangle. So let us draw a rectangle here. This is a rectangle. We know that it has length and width. In the question, he is saying that this rectangle is twice as long as it is wide. So the length is twice the width. It is better to name the width x, so the length will be 2x. So now the length is twice the width. Don't use x and y because you will have an equation with two variables. But we want to write an equation with one variable only. So the relationship between the length and the width, which he told us about in the problem, will solve this problem to write it in one variable. So if the width is x, the length is 2x. Now also he is telling us that the perimeter is 60 centimeters. We know that the perimeter is the sum of all rectangle sides. So if you want to find the perimeter, you will add the four sides together. 2x plus x plus 2x plus x. This is going to be equal to 60. As you can see here now, we have a very simple equation we can solve. Dividing both sides by 6, this will give us the value of x, which is equal to 10 centimeters. And this is your width. If you want to find the length, so you should multiply the width by 2. So it is going to be 2 times 10, which is 20 centimeters. Check your answer. If you have a rectangle with these dimensions, width 10 centimeters and length 20 centimeters, so you can add 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10, and this will give you 60 centimeters, which is the perimeter. By this, we reach the end of our lesson. Thank you.